Eating healthy doesn't build muscle. Training builds muscle. Protein builds muscle. Calories build muscle. And the right foods at the right time support all of it. But healthy is just a label. It tells you nothing about whether a food actually fits your bodybuilding diet or sabotages it quietly. Here's the problem. Some of the cleanest, most Instagram-worthy foods are the worst choices for lifters when used the wrong way. Not because they're unhealthy. Because they fill you up before you've eaten enough. Because they crowd out protein. Because they add calories without satiety. Because they mess with digestion right before you train. Context is everything in gym nutrition, and most healthy eating advice ignores that completely. This video breaks down 20 healthy foods that are killing your gains in the gym. These aren't junk foods. They're not processed garbage. They're foods you probably trust. Oatmeal, avocado, quinoa, dark chocolate, nut butters. And they're quietly slowing your progress because you're using them like a wellness influencer instead of a bodybuilder. We're talking bulking mistakes, cutting mistakes, and fitness diet myths that sound smart but don't hold up in the real world of muscle growth nutrition. Every food on this list has a place. But if you don't understand the trade-offs, you'll keep spinning your wheels wondering why your physique won't change. Quick disclaimer. This is general nutrition info, not medical advice. Now, let's get into the 20 healthy foods that might be holding you back. Number 1, plain oatmeal, no protein added. Everyone loves oatmeal. Whole grain, slow digesting carbs, clean breakfast staple. Fitness culture treats it like the foundation of a bodybuilding diet. But here's what actually happens. You eat a giant bowl of oats, feel stuffed for hours, and call it a meal, except you just consume maybe 10 grams of protein with all those calories. Now you're full, and you still need to hit your protein target for the day. Good luck. Oatmeal isn't bad. It's incomplete. It's a satiety weapon, amazing on a cut when you want to feel full on fewer calories, but surprisingly counterproductive on a bulk if you don't structure around it. The fix is simple. Add whey, Greek yogurt, or eggs. Turn it into a real meal instead of fiber bomb that kills your appetite before lunch. Plain oatmeal is a side dish pretending to be a main course. Number 2, granola. Granola has this homemade, earthy, natural reputation that makes people think it's fitness food. It's not. It's calorie-dense, often loaded with added sugars and oils, and the protein content is laughable for the calories you're taking in. Worse, nobody eats one serving. You sprinkle it on yogurt, then go back for more, then suddenly you've added 400 calories of crunchy carbs and fat with almost no muscle-building payoff. Granola is the sneakiest healthy dessert in your kitchen. It behaves like one in real life. Easy to overeat, easy to undertrack. If you use it, pre-portion it. Pair it with a high-protein base. Or just accept that you're eating trail mix with better marketing. Mindless granola is how lean bulks turn into why is my waist growing bulks. Number 3, smoothie bowls. Smoothie bowls look clean. Bright colors, fresh fruit, acai, a little drizzle of honey, some granola on top. It photographs like health, but it eats like dessert. You're basically consuming frozen fruit, sugar, nut butter, and toppings in a format that's engineered to go down easy, and the protein is often missing entirely. The health halo effect is real. People underestimate calories when food looks virtuous. Smoothie bowls exploit that perfectly. You feel like you're eating a salad, but you're actually eating a 700-calorie sugar bomb with the protein content of a rice cake. If you want one, fine, add Greek yogurt or whey, measure your toppings, and treat it like a meal you actually track. Otherwise, it's just liquid dessert with a spoon. Number 4, almond milk. Almond milk got popular because it's low-calorie and dairy-free. That's fine, but lifters started using it like it's nutritionally equivalent to real milk, and it's not even close. Unsweetened almond milk is about 39 calories and 1 gram of protein per cup. That's basically water with a slight almond flavor and some added vitamins. The sabotage isn't that almond milk is bad. It's that people think it's doing something. They make shakes with it and wonder why they're not staying full. They use it in oatmeal and act like they added dairy. If you're cutting and want a low-calorie liquid base, almond milk works. If you're trying to bulk or you need actual nutrition from your shake, You're drinking expensive water. Know what you're getting. Number 5. Avocado, overused. Avocado is the poster child of healthy fats. Trendy, micronutrient-rich, and easy to add anything. The problem is that people add it to everything. And suddenly healthy fat becomes a calorie tax that crowds out carbs and protein without improving performance. For many lifters, carbs fuel hard training. Swap those carbs for fat, and your sessions might feel flatter, your recovery might drag, and you've eaten the same calories with less training output to show for it. Avocado is an enemy. Overuse is. It's clean, calorie-dense food, which is a blessing if you're struggling to eat enough, and a curse if you're accidentally replacing your training fuel. Use it intentionally. Don't let it hijack every meal just because it's green. Number 6. Nuts and nut butters. Nuts are nature's calorie grenade. A handful here, a spoonful of peanut butter there, and suddenly you've eaten 500 extra calories without realizing it. Some lifters find nut butters unsatisfying. They eat them and still want more. Others find them too filling and skip real meals because they spoon almond butter straight from the jar at 3 p.m. Either way, the result is the same. Your diet structure falls apart. You either overshoot your surplus and gain more fat than muscle, or you replace balanced meals with calorie-dense snacks that don't support training. Nut butters are a tool. Pre-portion them. Use them when you actually need the calories. Stop treating the jar like a meal replacement you don't have to think about. Number 7. Greek yogurt, low-fat only. Greek yogurt is a bodybuilding staple for good reason. High protein, easy macros, versatile. But some lifters take the low-fat thing too far. They strip all fat from every meal, and suddenly their entire diet tastes like punishment. Meals become dry and unsatisfying. Cravings spike. Adherence crashes. Then comes the binge. The other trap, low-fat Greek yogurt becomes protein dessert when you load it with honey, granola, and chocolate chips. Now it's just ice cream with better branding. The issue isn't low-fat itself. It's a pattern of making your diet so restrictive that you can't stick with it. Keep the yogurt. Just don't build a miserable eating plan around it and expect long-term results. Number 8. Salad-heavy meals. Salads feel virtuous. You're chewing vegetables, eating volume, getting micronutrients. But if you replace actual meals with giant salads, you're eating a lot of fiber and water with minimal calories, inconsistent protein, and almost no carbs. That's a recipe for stalled strength and a metabolism that thinks you're dieting when you're trying to grow. Bulking requires energy and repeatability. Salad-only meals can crush your appetite and make hitting a surplus nearly impossible. The salad isn't the problem. It's making the salad the whole meal. Attach it to a real protein source and a carb base. Chicken, rice, and a side salad builds muscle. A mixing bowl of lettuce with some seeds on top builds nothing. Number 9. High-protein snack bars. The fitness industry loves slapping high protein on packaging. But many of these bars are just candy with protein dust and a marketing budget. You get 20 grams of protein alongside sugar alcohols, fiber additives, and ingredients that turn your gut into a balloon. Then you stack 2 or 3 bars a day because they're healthy, and suddenly your diet is low in real food, low in micronutrients, and your digestion is wrecked. Polyols, the sugar alcohols in these bars, cause GI disturbances in a lot of people. Bloating, gas, discomfort. That's not fuel. That's sabotage. Use bars as an emergency tool when you're traveling or stuck without food. Don't build your nutrition plan around them. If a bar makes you feel worse, it's not helping your gains. Number 10. Quinoa. Quinoa has a reputation as a high-protein superfood. It's not. 1 cup cooked gives you about 8 grams of protein and 220 calories. That's mostly carbs with a modest protein bonus, not a bodybuilding protein source. The complete protein label is technically true in terms of amino acid coverage, but bodybuilding is about total protein dose and distribution, not just checking amino acid boxes. If you're bulking and you like quinoa, fine. Just make sure you're still hitting your protein from actual protein sources. If you're cutting and need protein efficiency, quinoa is a weak choice compared to chicken, fish, or eggs. Treat it as a carb with a little extra credit, not the protein. Labeling matters less than what's actually on your plate. Number 11, brown rice only. Brown rice is a clean carb that lifters force into every meal because white rice feels like cheating, but fiber slows digestion. If you eat a big bowl of brown rice before training, your stomach might still be processing it when you're trying to squat. You feel heavy, sluggish, and your performance suffers. Clean carbs aren't always performance carbs. Sometimes white rice, potatoes, or bread are simply better training fuel, especially around workouts when you need energy available fast. Brown rice has its place, but rotating your carb sources based on timing makes more sense than treating one grain like a religion. Nutrition isn't about purity. It's about results. Number 12, fruit-only pre-workout meals. Fruit is healthy. Vitamins, antioxidants, natural sugars. But banana and an apple before a hard leg session isn't a pre-workout meal. It's a snack. You're probably underfueled on total carbs, low on sodium, and missing protein entirely. Then you wonder why your energy crashes halfway through. Training performance is the amplifier for muscle growth. If you underfuel your sessions, your healthy choice becomes performance limiter. Fruit works as part of a pre-workout meal. Pair with protein and a more substantial carb source when needed. Alone, it's not enough. Many people convince themselves they don't like training, when the real problem is they never eat enough to train well. Number 13, coconut oil. Coconut oil had a moment. MCT's healthy fat. Influencer approved. People started adding it to coffee, cooking everything in it, treating it like a supplement. But it's just calories. Dense calories with no direct muscle building benefit, and a saturated fat profile that doesn't outperform other cooking fats for health or performance. The hype outpaced evidence. Coconut oil behaves like other saturated fats in most meaningful ways. If you like the taste or want to cook with it occasionally, fine. But don't treat it like a gains hack. The performance and hypertrophy upside is minimal compared to just hitting your protein and total calories. Coconut oil is the king of health narrative calories. It sounds better than it performs. Number 14, egg whites only. Egg whites are pure protein with almost no fat. That sounds perfect for bodybuilding until you realize you removed everything that makes eggs satisfying. The yolk contains fat-soluble vitamins, choline, and fats that support satiety and overall diet quality. Strip it out forever, and meals start feeling hollow. Cravings creep in. Adherence falls apart. There's also research suggesting whole eggs may stimulate muscle protein synthesis more effectively than egg whites alone. Even when protein content is matched, the yolk isn't the villain. Your obsession with removing all fat is. Use whites when you need extra protein, without extra calories. Include whole eggs when you need a real, satisfying meal. Balance beats purity every time. Number 15, veggie-based protein powders. Plant protein isn't automatically inferior. That's an oversimplification. But the sabotage happens when lifters assume 1 scoop of any plant powder equals 1 scoop of whey. It doesn't always. Single-source plant proteins can have lower leucine content, different digestibility, and weaker amino acid profiles depending on processing. The good news, quality blends exist. Pea rice combinations can reach high protein quality scores comparable to animal sources. The bad news, people grab the cheapest option, rely on it exclusively, and underdose total protein because they assume all protein is identical. Use reputable blends. Get most of your protein from whole foods, and stop treating plant powder like a magic equivalent without checking the details. Number 16, dark chocolate daily habit. Dark chocolate has antioxidants and a healthy indulgence reputation. That's how a square turns into half the bar without anyone noticing. It's calorie dense, and a health halo makes people forget to track it. It's dark chocolate, it doesn't count. Is how 150 to 300 invisible calories sneak into your day. For cutters, that erases a deficit. For bulkers, those calories could have been protein or performance carbs instead of fat and sugar dressed up as a health food. Keep the chocolate if you want it. Just portion it deliberately and treat it like a treat, not a vitamin. The difference between benefit and mistake is usually just awareness. Number 17, kombucha. Kombucha has probiotics, gut health claims, and a wellness aura that makes people drink it like it's doing something for their training. It's not. It's a fermented tea with variable sugar content and minimal impact on anything related to muscle growth, recovery, or performance. Some brands have more sugar than you'd expect. Some irritate sensitive stomachs. None of them are Gaines juice. If you like the taste, drink it occasionally. But don't build a diet strategy around it or replace better hydration choices with something that has a bigger marketing engine and evidence base. Kombucha is fine. It's just not a bodybuilding tool. Number 18. Olive oil drizzle on everything. Olive oil is legitimately healthy. Mediterranean diet, good fats, heart benefits. But it's also 120 calories per tablespoon with almost zero satiety. Your body doesn't register liquid calories the way it registers solid food. You can pour olive oil on a salad, overshoot your calories by 300, and still feel hungry afterward. Lifters on cuts often eat clean, then drown their food in oil without measuring. That's how deficits disappear. Even on a bulk, those calories that come from foods with texture and protein that actually fill you up. Measure your oil sometimes, especially when you're trying to lose fat. Or use whole fat foods like nuts, avocado, and eggs that at least bring satiety along with the calories. Healthy doesn't mean invisible. Number 19. Overnight chia pudding. Chia seeds are fiber bombs. They absorb liquid, swell up, and keep you full for hours. That's perfect for appetite control on a cut, and terrible if you're trying to eat enough to grow. One bowl of chia pudding can crush your hunger before you consume meaningful protein or calories. Ramping fiber too fast also causes GI discomfort for many people. Bloating, sluggishness, digestive chaos. The Aztecs used chia for endurance, not hypertrophy. Modern fitness turned it into a trendy pudding that sometimes ruins your appetite for real food. Use it strategically on a cut or as a small addition to a bigger meal. Don't make it your main course when you're trying to build muscle. Number 20. Clean eating meal prep with no adjustments. Meal prep is discipline. Same meals, same macros, same containers, week after week. It works until it doesn't, because your body changes. Your training volume changes. Your goals shift, but the meals stay exactly the same, and suddenly you're eating a maintenance diet while wondering why progress stopped. The most common nutrition plateau isn't bad food. It's unchanged food. You dialed in a plan 6 months ago, and you've been running it on autopilot ever since without adjusting portions to match where you are now. Protein targets, calorie needs, carb timing, all of it should evolve as you evolve. Keep the meal prep. Keep the structure. Just audit it regularly and make adjustments based on actual results. Static diets produce static physiques. None of these foods are bad. Every single one has a place in a well-structured bodybuilding diet. The problem is context, or the lack of it. Lifters grab foods because they're labeled healthy, without asking whether they actually support muscle growth, recovery, or performance in their specific situation. Gym nutrition mistakes aren't usually about eating junk. They're about eating the wrong clean foods at the wrong times, in the wrong amounts, without understanding the trade-offs. Oatmeal isn't bad. It's bad when it kills your appetite before you've hit your protein. Olive oil isn't bad. It's bad when you pour 400 unmeasured calories on a cutting diet. Quinoa isn't bad. It's bad when you think it's a protein source. Context beats labels. Adjustments beat autopilot. And paying attention beats assuming. Drop a comment. Which food on this list surprised you most? If this helped you rethink your approach to nutrition, subscribe for more content that cuts through the fitness noise. Train hard, eat smart, and stop letting healthy hold you back.